Hi there, I'm playing with junk again. And this time I will tear down this Epson EH-TW6000 beamer. I pulled it from the dumpster today and well, it's not working. It has a defect somewhere, power supply, I don't know. The lamp is also old and they decided not to repair it, and well, it's wonderful for me and for you, and I can tear it down and you can watch me doing this and we will see what's inside. The Epson EH-TW6000 is an HD beamer. It has an 1080p resolution. It is 3D capable and has HDMI inputs. It's not on sale anymore, so it's a couple of years old. It has all kinds of interfaces here, everything you need. And it is a 3 LCD panel beamer. What else? It has a 40,000:1 contrast, and okay, let's look inside. Opening the first door and we find the lamp. Here it is. The most expensive part, costs about $250, or if you take one from a third-party supplier you pay $80 and it doesn't work. We have already tried that. We bought 3 lamps, gave them all back, and finally we bought an original one, and that one was working. Well then, let's have a closer look on the board. It seems we actually have 3 LCD panels down here. We have one lens. This also has an automatic keystone correction. So whenever you tilt the projector here, it will correct the image on the screen. Maybe we find out how that works. We have 2 big processor chips here and another one here, which has its own thermal, no, it's not a thermal pad, it's just a pad for something, ST. Okay, a little bit difficult to read, I can't see it. Okay. Let's look what's under the board. An interesting detail, it seems these shields here are not soldered to the board. They have some sort of clip connectors and they can just be removed. So there's another heat spreader probably, or maybe it's only an RFI shield. We have RAM, we have a big Epson chip, so this is one unit. It seems to that everything belongs together. I'm sorry, sometimes I'm searching for words. Okay, other big chips. Next to a big chip with an E for extra. Well, maybe Epson. Okay. IDT. Okay, sounds like something. More RAM. Maybe video processing. But the more interesting part here is, of course, all the optical stuff, the optical path, the lens, and we will have a look at that right now. Okay, let's find out if we can remove one of these LCD panels here. No, that's only a filter. Is it the polarizer filter? Maybe yes, maybe no. Let's take a second one and we can check that. Yes, it's a polarizer. And the polarizer looks dark if they are in opposite directions, and if they are in the right direction you can see through, and I can make the picture dark. Yes, that's it. If you have sunglasses with polarized glasses, you can also use them to check if something is polarized or not. It also gets black or not. So we have 3 polarizers here. Is that the same? Yes, seems so. Maybe different orientation. Okay, but that's not the LCD panel itself. Okay, let's see what's underneath here. So here was the lamp, as you probably remember. We have lenses that won't come out. No. Oh. I just broke something. Probably that was the shutter. These beamers sometimes have a shutter, so you can turn them off without turning it completely off, and to wait until the lamp has restarted. So you only close the shutter to make it dark. Okay, maybe the entire unit here. Okay, the lens is also moving, so it seems the entire optics is in one module. Okay. 2 more screws here. It's always good to have a magnetic screwdriver. Okay, maybe I should remove the front panel first. Okay, there's another screw down here. Yes, that's it. Okay, front panel is off. And now we can remove the entire optical assembly. And you also see the air blowing channels here with 3 outlets for the 3 LCD panels. There's a blower, there's another blower, there's a blower, there's a blower, and that's 2 speakers here. Okay, so let's put this aside and let's have a look on this one. So we have a wide and tele lever here. So, yes, we probably can see that. That's the wide and tele setting. This is, of course, focus. Manual focus, because you don't move that around all the time. So you set it once and that's it. Okay, let's open that. So what about this shutter here? I need a smaller screwdriver. Yeah, that's the shutter motor, and it seems that I just broke one of the shutter blades. Silly me, I'm sorry about that, but it's not a problem. Where are my tweezers? Okay, that's the other part. So if you ever want to repair one of these, be careful, they break easily. Probably it could be fixed. And that's how the shutter works. It has a small stepper motor here behind that, and it has these 2 gears that open and close the shutter to make it dark or bright, to turn the beamer on and off without turning it on or off. As simple as that. Okay, there is more glass that we could probably break. How is that put in? Don't know. Maybe it's just glued in. Yeah, seems so. So I let that in before I break it. I can later try to remove it. So let's remove that cover here, because I expect there is something interesting under it. Okay. Okay. What happens here? As I said before, it's a 3 LCD projector. That means it has 1 LCD panel for red, for green, for blue. And somehow they have to split up the white light from the lamp into red, green and blue, let it through the individual LCD panels here and mix it together here and send it to the screen. Now what they did, well, let me see if that works. So I'm simulating my lamp with the torch here. Yeah, and you already see the light. So we have I need to make that a little bit smaller here, where it won't fit between. Yeah, here you can see we have the blue light. That's the blue filter here that reflects the blue light to the side, lets the yellow light, which is green and red, through to that lens. Then comes another filter that reflects green into the LCD and lets the red light pass. And then the red light simply gets mirrored here, goes into the third LCD. So that's the red, green, blue. And you can clearly see it. Yeah, I think that looks nice here on camera. Let me see if I can put it a little bit closer. Yeah, I think we see blue, green and red. Okay, so they make it with 3 mirrors that are coated with different filters. This can be removed quite easily. So that's the blue filter. It reflects blue, as you can see here, and it lets yellow pass. So it's in fact, well, a yellow glass that is reflecting blue light. The other one here, the second filter, there are some spring parts. It lets red pass. Well, in fact, yes, that's true, red. It looks a little bit weird, so it looks more like pink. And it reflects the green light. As you can see, the reflection is green. Maybe it's, yeah, no, it's the same on both sides. Doesn't matter which side you turn over, you can see the reflection of my world map there. But it doesn't look green, it looks red. Well, it's a bit strange, but it reflects green, you can see that here. And it lets the red pass. So, of course, we have already filtered that. And with the 2 filters behind each other, yes, that's red. Now it's red. So these filters are adjusted with each other. That's pink, that's yellow, that's red. Yeah, looks nice. Maybe I can use that for something. And the third one is just a normal mirror. Also useful for experiments. Then we have lenses, and by the way, they are all made of glass. It's not the cheap plastic lenses you sometimes find in the cheap projectors, beamers. Okay, that's also another one. Good quality stuff. And another lens. And another church bell. We have something. That's funny. There is a metallic grid here. So it probably only lets through half the light. Why do they do that? And it has also some filter coat on it. Strange. I would like to take that out, but it seems that's a bit difficult. Whoops, more lenses falling off. Okay, a whole collection of lenses here already. Lens holder. Oops. So if I break this, I will bleed from my fingers, and you're probably waiting for that. But I won't do you that favor. I use pliers. That's a little bit safer. And I probably can break the plastic here, or at least bend it a bit. Now it's very easy to break. Okay, can we now remove? I know I will scratch that glass, but I don't care. Okay, maybe. Oh. I can't leave that inside. That's not what I'm doing. Okay. Sounds so nice. Breaking stuff is always great. Okay. So that's an interesting lens. What does it look like? Oh, looks like that. I think that is only to distribute the light evenly. Some kind of a Fresnel lens. Also made of glass, not plastic. Okay. What about this one? Wow, okay, a lot of glue, but it starts breaking under there. Okay, since it's already broken on the edge, I continue on that side. Okay, well, I think it's about the same. No, this one has an additional filter here, some reddish greenish something filter, maybe to correct the color of the lamp. So let's see, there are more screws here that hold the lens. If you move the adjusting rings here, you can easily get to the screws here. Maybe it's better to unscrew them completely. I thought, oh yes. Okay. So that's the Star Trek laser gun. Now that's the optical unit. And I think that's a prism here. That, okay, we see the LCD panel in 16:9 ratio. Oh, we can see a picture through that. So let me focus that fuck. Maybe we can use it as a lens for the camera. No. Oh, yes, zoom works. Okay. Hello, there's my hand. This one looks yellow. What about this one? That looks white. And the third one, well, yeah, that one looks blue. Okay, so there's also, it seems there's also a filter somewhere between these panels. Okay, we have 2 screws here on each panel. Yeah, that's already enough. Okay, so that's probably world's smallest LCD screen with HD resolution. So if we could manage it to get the right data on it, we could actually see a picture here. Well, no, we couldn't see a picture because the polarizer filter is not installed, so we wouldn't see anything at all. So let me see what's happening here. Another 2 screws. And they have also marked the LCD. This one has a green dot, so it seems to be the green. That one has a blue dot, and that of course has a red dot. So you always know which panel belongs where. I don't know if these panels are actually different. Well, maybe they have some filters on it. Let me see. That looks clear. That's also, oh, looks a little bit different, but no, also clear. The third one, no, not much difference. They have the same part number. 6U. Well, they also have the same part number, so maybe they just made the sticker for the people who have to connect the cables, the wires. Bang. Screw went down. Oops. Okay. So we have 2 more screws. Okay. Well, this is just a lens. Okay. Let's try that. What happens? I put it in front of my camera. Not much. No, zooming doesn't help. Yeah. No, doesn't work with my camera. Here it works. Okay. Maybe with the other lenses I can build myself a tele lens. Okay, now that's an interesting part. It's a cube. That's where the lens was. So I don't know how to show you that effect. It seems that we have a red side, a greenish side, and a bluish side, although it looks more green, but it reflects blue. Okay, let's take that apart. Okay, there are the other polarizers in here. Is that true? Let me see that. It's now black. Yes. So that's the polarizer in front of the LCD, and here is the polarizer. You can see these little polarizer panels here, because the LCD always needs to be sandwiched between 2 polarizers. And when the LCD panel alters the light, you will see light, or not, depending on what the LCD panel does. Okay, can we take that apart? No, it seems everything is glued together. Okay, that's some sort of output screen. Yeah, there's a lot of glue in here. Oops, that's one of the polarizers. Okay, was glued directly to the cube. So let's see if we can get that off as easy. Yes, this time the polarizer stuck here. Okay, and then there is the third one. Okay, the polarizer came with it. Yeah, that polarizer is glued directly. Ooh. Okay, more polarizers? No. Ah, no, that's the filters. That's the filters. Okay. So, what you can see here is a cube which consists of two pieces. There's a cut diagonally. And this cut is in principle a mirror. So the light coming from the side doesn't work. So from that side it would be deflected by this mirror down to the lens. This side goes in directly, but that side here will be, well, that must be some sort of mirror here, because if the light comes in here, focus please, comes in here, hits that surface, it will be deflected to this side. So that must be some sort of mirror, at least for one color, and then it goes through the lens. Okay, interesting thing. So that little cube of glass combines the three colors back to a normal color picture. And here's another nice view of this cube, this mirrored thing. Okay, I think that's it from the optics. It seems there is no special device for the keystone correction, so I assume that it will be done entirely digitally. So they're shifting the picture on the panel, something like that. So that means if you tilt your projector and it has to correct that, you will lose some pixels, because it has to make the picture a little bit smaller and then correct the edges to make a straight picture again. So what am I unscrewing here? I think that's one of the speakers. No, speakers are on the other side. There's a lot of screws here. Okay. Yeah. Nidec, however you call that. Good brand. Good blower with some air guide stuff. So, okay. What do we have here? Is that another blower? Maybe. Let's have a look inside that case. By the way, have you noticed that there's a heatsink on these LCD panels? Because the panels are not 100% transparent, so part of the light will get stuck inside here and heating up the LCD, and that must be cooled, of course. And also the chip here shouldn't get too hot or it won't work anymore. Okay, interesting detail. Yes. Oh, 2 blowers. Okay, how many blowers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's a speaker. 5. 5 blowers. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it was amazingly quiet for so many fans, but they also use these squirrel cage fans, as I call it, and they do not generate a lot of noise, but they generate a lot of wind, and that's exactly what they should do. And there's another quarter-hour around. Okay, what's that? PCB with a connector. How strange is that? It's just nothing. Well, there is something. Can hardly see that. Using one of the lenses. Yeah, can you see that? It's a thermal sensor here, a super tiny sensor on a huge board. Okay. Ah, there is another screw. I don't know how many screws I just opened. Oh, there is another screw. I think it's 20 or something. Okay. So now that's 1 piece. No, that's 2 pieces. Okay. Give me that wire. I want this fan because next summer is coming soon and I need some cooling fans. Okay, and that's a nice one from Toshiba. Another one. Then here we have something. That's the lamp power supply. Too bad that this is not an LED beamer, because I would like to know what kind of LEDs they use for beamers, but this is one of the discharge lamp variety. Okay, more screws. So I guess we have 100 screws inside the entire device here. Okay. Yeah, that's the lamp cable that is somehow stuck. Yeah. There's an interlock switch. If you open the door, the lamp will shut off. So if you don't get any light, it's probably that switch here. And there's a thermal fuse. It looks like in series to the switch. No, maybe separate wires. That shuts off at 110 centigrade. Okay, that's pretty hot for electronics. So in case your projector overheats because someone put the rack over the top or something like that, it will automatically shut off. More screws, more screws. Oh, come on. I hate black screws in a black compartment with no light around. You really can't see that. Okay. That's probably not the most elegant way to take that apart, but fortunately I don't have to reassemble that. And even that module here is attached with 4 screws and more cables. So okay. So, and it has its own. Okay, now I see it. So that's the, I think, the normal power supply here. And that's the lamp power supply. They can be disconnected. So that's probably a 300 volt DC, because the rectifier and the input capacitor is here, and that's only the part that regulates the current through the lamp and also provides the high voltage startup pulse. Maybe that's broken, I don't know. But the lamp was also old, and well, I think there was more than only one defect here. Okay. Power supply. How is that attached? There's a clip. Okay, there's another clip. There's a connector, which cannot be disconnected. Okay, you have to press the top side here. So let me take that out. Okay, that's it. Okay, nice power supply. Lot of stuff on it. That's the lamp connector here, so we're coming from this side. Coil, some track or something. I think that coil is to make the high voltage pulse, but I could be wrong. So normally these lamps need a pulse of a couple of 100 volts to ignite, and then when the spark has ignited, they need about, I don't know, 90 to 100 volts or maybe even 50 volt to run, but at a relatively high current. So it's relatively difficult to make a power supply for these things. Okay, more screws. I didn't count them, but I'm sure we are reaching 30 or 40. It feels like 100. Okay. Another protection around it. Another one of these thermal sensors that go down, it's twisted into the wires here. I know it sounds horrible, but it makes fun. Okay, so that's, yes, go down. That was the screwdriver. Oops. Oh. 2 more screws. Number 47 and 48. Something like that. Okay. And there's another disconnector. Okay. Yeah, looks like a normal power supply from Nichigon. Not from Epson. Yeah. Input, rectifier, filter, super caps. No, not super caps, primary caps. Another rectifier. Oh no, that's not a rectifier. So it's a capacitor. That's the rectifier. Some switching transistors with some silicon. Oh, okay, they have a ferrite bed around the leg, so they put that silicon stuff on to prevent rattling and noise and stuff. Okay. Optocouplers, output transformer, and output to the board with different voltages. Then we have 3 more screws. Maybe someone of you has counted how many screws I already unscrewed here. So write it in the comments if you like. The cover. Okay, that's a smaller version of the squirrel cage fan. Pretty good. And that's even a smaller version, which has its own case of plastic. So everything is a case in a case with at least 3 screws. Okay, that one is cute. Nidec, it's a different brand. Okay, that's Toshiba. That's a Nidec. Would be useful as a CPU cooler, maybe, or whatever. Okay, speaker. Well, let's have a look at the speakers. Maybe they are good for something. I probably already have an idea what I could do with them. Okay, so that doesn't look too bad. So it's a normal small cone speaker. I have seen worse. Well, internal speakers in a dimmer doesn't make too much sense because there's still a lot of noise from the fans, and well, I don't think they will create a really loud sound. Well, maybe loud, but not in high quality, but well, better than nothing. Okay, I think that's it. I created a disaster, and thank you for watching.